Congratulations, graduates. On the very first day of class, we talked about the importance of showing up and doing your part. You've done that, and today is a celebration of your commitment. What a year this has been. It was our 50th anniversary. We've had some great accomplishments with student and staff, but this virus changed our world and changed our school year, but we will overcome. If this year has taught us anything, we've learned life is rarely predictable. You have been shortchanged on some of the pageantry associated with graduation, but I predict you'll remember this year much more vividly because of the unique things we've experienced. Robert Schuller wrote a book entitled Tough Times Don't Last, Tough People Do. We are in tough times right now, but we can and will see them through by being resilient, respectful, and resourceful. I'm going to ask you to do 3 things to ensure your success. Number 1, show up on time every day. Number 2, do a little more than is expected of you. And number 3, demonstrate a positive attitude even when you don't feel like it. Do these 3 things and success will be yours. Gordon Cooper's mission is helping people succeed. We are only successful if you're successful. You have come to the end of instruction, but in reality, it is only the next beginning for you. Our commitment to help you be successful does not end today. We will keep in touch. We look forward to seeing your future success and seeing you back here sometime to continue to invest in yourself. Congratulations, graduates. We look forward to your success.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Matlock, Assistant Superintendent of Instruction here at Gordon Cooper Technology Center. And I also would like to congratulate you, graduates, on a great year. Students, thank you for choosing to attend Gordon Cooper Technology Center. Parents, thank you for tuning in and sharing your students with us. Also, I would like to thank everyone as we've dealt with the pandemic this year, with making those changes that we've had to on the fly. It's not the year that we wanted to have for you this year. We had great plans of a great pomp and circumstance graduation there at the arena. But now we are where we are today. And you will long be remembered as the class that missed out on a lot of opportunities. You've had many events that have been canceled and you've not had the opportunity to experience those events in your life. And my heart truly goes out to you because of those missed opportunities. So I got to thinking today, what do I want to say to you as graduates? Do I want to talk to you about what is going to happen in the uncertainties of life? Do I want to talk to you about what the next 10 years are going to look like? Or do I want to tell you, stay in place, stay safe? I thought for a long time and pondered, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I need to share with you what we're all experiencing together in this. We're coping with change. Coping with change. Webster says that coping means to invest one's own conscious efforts to solve personal and interpersonal problems in order to try to master, minimize, tolerate stress and conflict. Boy, have we been through stress and conflict. Change, according to Webster, is to make something different. So what are some of the keys to coping with change? First thing I think we need to look at is to expect change. Change has been taking place since beginning of time, and things will change day in and day out. What things we experienced yesterday, we will not experience tomorrow. And change will take place. Second, anticipate change. If we anticipate change, we don't get so upset when change does take place. Be flexible. Be versatile. Be willing to make the changes that you have to make. Third, keep an eye on change. Because if you're keeping an eye on change and what changes are taking place and taking notes of those changes and how you dealt with those changes in the past, it will assist you and help you. Fourth, adapt quickly. You can wait and sit back and wait for see what happens, or you can anticipate what change is going to be there and be at the front of the pack and make those decisions that are going to lead everyone else to a better life. And then fifth, enjoy the benefits of change. Change is going to take place, and there will be benefits in the changes that are taking place. You just got to look for those changes and what and how they're going to benefit you. John F. Kennedy once said, "Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future." So in closing, what can we do to help us with coping with change? First, stay mentally active. Continue to learn. Never stop learning all your life. Secondly, be physically fit. Work on the physical side of your life. Eat right. Get the exercise. Stay active. And then third, be spiritually prepared. Have a daily time to contact and to reflect on what God is doing in your life. Remember, GCTC students, your family, please stay connected. A sailor once said, "I cannot change the wind, but I can redirect my sails to make it to my destination." Thank you, students, and may God bless you in all that you endeavor. Thank you.
We now present the graduating class of May 2020 of Gordon Cooper Technology Center. Graduates, congratulations.
Aviation graduates: Raymond Bednarak, Matthew Brown, Jacob Cahall, Matthew Kreider, Tatiana Cruz, Clayton Fowler, Patrick Fox, Hunter Gamble, Austin Gates, Jacob Glenn, graduate of distinction, Devin Greb, James Green, Larry Hemanicki, graduate of distinction, Butch Keever, graduate of distinction, Nick Kirk,
Zayden Jones,
Gable Ledbetter, graduate of distinction, Matthew Ledbetter, graduate of distinction, Ty LeMay, Dakota Malin, Ben Moore, Nick Parker, Colton Pryor, Colton Walker, Curtis Walker, Heidi West, graduate of distinction, Sharon Wilson.
Philip Bullard, Shannon Calger, Stephen Calger, Jarek Edwards, Logan Gustin, Ryan Jackson, Luke Odom, Graduate of Distinction, Zachary Plott, Austin Van Brunt, Gavin Williams, Daniel Ash, Jacob Bynum, Michael Bird, Ethan Chotke, Sean Chotke, Jason Gibson, Jonathan Guest, Serenity Martinez, Michael McCrae, Destiny Summers,
Dakota Annenders, Jimmy Copeland, Leonidas Gonzalez, Connor Keeley, Corey Kozemund, Mason Martinez, Connor McDonald, Daryl Miner, David Molina, Jacob Ott, Caden Owens, Colton Rector, Owen Swindell, Ryan Wallace,
Paris Bailey, Annie Blair, Crystal Booth, Morgan Leger, Graduate of Distinction, Marley Longest, Leah Nelson, Kirsten Scott, Graduate of Distinction, Pablo Trejo, Graduate of Distinction, Lakin Waller.
Shayla Adams, Graduate of Distinction. Sierra Alexander, Stroud Ash, Rachel Barney, Graduate of Distinction. Colton Bass, AJ Blocker, Christina Bowles, Graduate of Distinction. Cade Capps, Graduate of Distinction. Cole Capps, Graduate of Distinction. Preston Christie, Benjamin Coker, Graduate of Distinction. Dorina Colette, Victoria Contreras, Graduate of Distinction. Shayla Crowley, Hannah Curry, Skyla Daniels, Laura Faust. Riley Howell, graduate of distinction. Caden Jasna. Bronya Lewis, graduate of distinction. Joseph Mitchell, graduate of distinction. Jasmine Morales, graduate of distinction. Evelyn Parks. Caitlin Prigmore, graduate of distinction. Mary Sharp, graduate of distinction. Amanda Stone, graduate of distinction. Raven Thompson, graduate of distinction. Kaylee Tipton, graduate of distinction. Madison Underwood. Maria Valdez. Casey Workentine. Mason Woodward, graduate of distinction.
Jose Figueroa. Michael Fletcher. Tristan Graves. Noah Reese, graduate of distinction. Gavin Springer. Aaron Stone. James White, graduate of distinction.
Riley Baker. Corbin Bowie, graduate of distinction. Austin Brown. Blakelyn Brown, graduate of distinction. Ian Burcham, graduate of distinction. Darren Carter. Zach Carter. Brian Case, graduate of distinction. Matthew Forehand, graduate of distinction. Blake Harrison. Philip Henry, graduate of distinction. Larry James. Kennedy LeBeuf. Tyler Marshall, graduate of distinction. Garrett Mayfield. James McClasson. Jason McGehee. Ewan O'Grady. Kyle Seward. Cody Stinnett. Troy Stinnett. Amelia Stone. Landon Strickland, graduate of distinction. James Williams.
Fabian Avitia. Ryan Boggs. Gary Daniels. Lexi Frey. Raymond Harjo. Gabriel Hazel. Tristan Lancaster. Dylan Sarimi. Shane Sexton. Dylan Sweezer. Austin Wewell. Colt Williams. Colton Wingo. Zachary Young.
Cameron Davis. Destiny Duncan. Afton Edmondson. Abigail Frank. Jessica Hankins, Graduate of Distinction. Tesla Holly. Brianna Kincaid, Graduate of Distinction. Lauren Maley. LaDonna McGeehee, Graduate of Distinction. Riley Nider. Chelsea Shelton, Graduate of Distinction. Kerrigan Sherfield. Mackenzie Stevens. Piper Ward. Ashley York.
Shannon Barton. Alexandria Fierro. Aspen Howard. Taryn Thompson. Aspen Wardlow. Emily Wright.
Cameron Bergston. Turner Dean. Preston Hurst. Michael Marks. Maritha Mooney. Daniel Napier Klein. Brock Ramos. Ethan Taylor. David Weatherly, Graduate of Distinction. Connor Wells.
Kaylin Beck. Hyatt Caton. Rayleigh Gregory, Graduate of Distinction. Abby Haslam. Scott James. Montana Robertson. Sadie Wolf, Graduate of Distinction. Serenity Zavala, Graduate of Distinction.
Victoria Appleton, Graduate of Distinction. Anna Bashkimi. Anna Brockett. Heather Colley, Graduate of Distinction. Jeffrey Christian. Mara Combs. Cameron Earls. Courtly Flatt, Graduate of Distinction. Hannah Fox. Victoria Frankovich. Faith Gamble. Taylor Hall. Lexi Johnson. Taylor Lee. Olivia Mack. Hazel McCoy, Raven McKee, Destiny Mincher, Graduate of Distinction, Hannah Sanders, Zoe Schmazzo, Haley Sellers, Jordan Stevenson, Graduate of Distinction, Veronica Wickware, Stephanie Wilkinson, Graduate of Distinction,
Jean-Luc Burnside, Kyle Casey, Cameron Egger, Samuel Ellis, Grant French, Kanan Gardner, Jacob Gregory, Gage Knotts, Michael Lowe, Olivia Bettis, Langston Ray, Andrew Rodini, Hayden Snodgrass, Graduate of Distinction, Clayton Stringfellow, Keegan Williams, Trevor Wilson,
Briley Edwards, Haley Hahn, Cameron Meese, Juliana Mills, Camden Moses, Elizabeth Nonetto, Torin Pierce, Alicia Rosario, Callie Sherfield, Kogi Wolf, Graduate of Distinction,
Evan Brown, Brendan Burton, Matthew Butler, Jarrett Marks, Xavier Masquez, Eli Ramos, Samuel Sandoval, Harris Willis,
Casey Baca, Graduate of Distinction, Madison Boyce, Graduate of Distinction, Cassie Brewer, Graduate of Distinction, Maria Cardiel, Graduate of Distinction, Ariana Carr, Graduate of Distinction, Bailey Crawford, Graduate of Distinction, Kayla Crisp, Graduate of Distinction, Isabel Davis, Abigail Easter, Hannah Frizzell, Taylor Frizzell, Madeline Gillespie, Graduate of Distinction, Courtney Graham, Tav Harjo, Avian Harrison, Graduate of Distinction. Skylin Heaton, Graduate of Distinction. Kaylee Helton. Shaylin Johnson. Casey Jordan. Alicia Lina. Victoria Lester. Lily Luster, Graduate of Distinction. Courtney Mercer. Gracie Miller. Kenzie Moreland. Landon New. Patricia Rich, Graduate of Distinction. Sydney Roberts, Graduate of Distinction. Kylie Simons, Graduate of Distinction. Journey Taylor. Jordan Thomas. Leslie Troglin, Graduate of Distinction. Rayleigh Van Zandt. Courtney Webster, Graduate of Distinction. Myra Woodruff, Graduate of Distinction.
Reina Alvarado, Graduate of Distinction. Sydney Arguello. Caitlin Armitage, Graduate of Distinction. Nicole Bolin. Samantha Brooks. Madison Bruton, Graduate of Distinction. Madison Gregory. Anna Hester, Graduate of Distinction. Courtney Hopkins. Avery Hedlow. Samantha Huff, Graduate of Distinction. Carson Hunt. Joyce Ann Jimenez, Graduate of Distinction. Haley King. Micah Lester, Graduate of Distinction. Allison Lowry. Mackenzie Lupo, Graduate of Distinction. Macy Lester, Graduate of Distinction. Ashlyn Martin. Allison Mayfield, Graduate of Distinction. Cade McLean. Summer Mummy. Patricia Nation, Graduate of Distinction. Allie O'Day. Hannah Osborne. Garrett Osborne. Angela Plumley. Hannah Pryor. Caitlin Rigney, Graduate of Distinction. Aislinn Rose. Kyler Shirey, Graduate of Distinction. J.C. Smith, Graduate of Distinction. Zach Tisdale, Graduate of Distinction. Kyla Wagner, Graduate of Distinction. Summer Wilson. Elaine Witt, Graduate of Distinction. Abigail Wright, Graduate of Distinction. Lorelei Yarborough.
Corey Brinley, Tasha Jackson, Shane Partain, Justin Robbins, Weston Werner, Matthew Lalak, Braden Carruthers, Zachary Dushak, Brandon Haynes, Eli Kidwell, Justin Kleckner, Carter Luster, Jaden Lyon, Nathan Sanchez, Seth St. Laurent,
Will Capron,
John Clemens,
Isabella Cosby,
Alexander Deloach, Graduate of Distinction,
Madison Yulberg, Graduate of Distinction,
Laura Ferris,
John Flowers, Graduate of Distinction,
Imana Foster,
Cassidy Green,
Hudson Haskins, Graduate of Distinction,
Mallory Larman,
David Little,
Jared McCaleb,
Olivia Mangia,
Jacob Pippin,
Skylar Riggle, Graduate of Distinction,
Sierra Schleter,
Chloe Sari,
Jorge Tapia,
Seth True, Graduate of Distinction,
Haley Williams, Graduate of Distinction,